your girl Nikki, and this is
Damar.
and today we'll be talking about the M&Ms. What is M&M? Mental health and medical school, and mental health and university in general. So we're just going to tell you how important preserving your mental health is and what you can do to preserve your mental health, because I'm telling you, university is something that can make you go crazy. As it relates to even tuition payment, it relates to failing a course or just the course being too hefty. You can't understand something. Some small things can be just the tip of the iceberg or the straw in your eye that makes you overflow, and you lost it. A lot of persons, when I was growing up, people that say, oh, them study till they're mad, because a lot of university students, when they came to university and they start experiencing the pressure, it started to affect their mental health. They fall into depression, and a lot of them start having mental health problems, and people allocated it to school mad them. So we're going to tell you guys how to take care of your mental health today. All right.
Right. And I know sometimes like people may feel down because they're away from their family, I should say, right? So some people are from international countries. You're from the country and you come Kingston, they don't have that family support that much, so it makes things a bit harder for some persons, especially those that are close to their family, and they undergo depression sometimes and they can't function because they're just not comfortable at the university. All right, so it's important for you to take care of your mental health. I know a lot of people are afraid to admit that they have mental issues, and it's because of the stigma that is associated with it. Like growing up, I can remember if you had a mental problem, people will just tag you as being mad. You understand, something wrong with you, in retarded, it have no sense, right? And so a lot of people just grow up to think that that's just it. But there are many people that are battling mental illness, anxiety, for example. A lot of people don't know that is a mental issue, right? Depression is real. I can remember in class they said the last study, it was like 20% of people in the world are depressed. So that is 1 in 5 persons.
And I'm including in that 20%, to be honest.
Right.
There are many days that like, okay, I have this phase where everything is okay, and then another moment I'll be so depressed, like, what am I doing with my life? Or I'm telling myself I should be here, I should have completed this, or I should have completed this already, or I should not be here, or is this what I really want? You know, I have my phase, and it's serious. And for me to, this is like the first time I'm ever even speaking about it, because people would see me and say, oh, you're so happy, you look happy all the time, you're always laughing. And my friends would usually say, Nikki, you don't even have problems because your family is there for you, everything else, your friends are there for you, your life is okay, and they don't see an issue as to why I should be depressed. When I tell people that I'm feeling sad or I feel so depressed, they'll be like, why? It's like you have everything you could have ever wanted, why are you depressed? And depression I'm just here to tell you guys that depression does not come with everything. You can have a lot of money and you're still depressed. You can be the highest person in the world, hierarchy of qualifications, and you're still depressed. It's not dependent on some of the factors that people don't associate it with. You can be rich and depressed, you can be poor and depressed. And yeah, I am living proof of that. And how I try to combat this, I listen to music a lot. So listening to music is one of the best things for me. Like, if you see me, you won't see me without my headphones, because I always have it. Because if I'm feeling down, I just put in some music and just like to forget what is going on in the world. Or some of the times I speak to my friends. I have very close friends that I speak to. So you can always find a safe place and talk to them about what is going on. Because as we say, a lot of persons, you think that something is okay, those are the persons who are underground committing suicide, or suicide is on their minds, and we don't know how many times suicide crossed their mind, as happy as they seem.
And some people put on a front sometimes, or it's a defense mechanism, right? They don't want anybody to see them as being sad every day, so they pretend to be happy, and deep down they always say, even if someone looks like as if they're okay and they have everything together, you can still check on them to ensure that everything is okay. Because sometimes, even for me, sometimes I'm not feeling well on a particular day, or I have a lot on my mind, but I still put out my best foot forward. But if nobody don't ask and say, Damar, are you okay? I wouldn't voluntarily say it. Sometimes you just don't want to pressure persons with what you're going through, and as human beings we tend to just internalize and try to deal with stuff on our own. Sometimes you don't want to pressure others with your personal problems or burden, right? So you tend to keep it to yourself, and sometimes that's not always the best thing. Yes, there are coping mechanisms, as Nikki says. Music also helps me, or I try to distract myself. Sometimes even studying makes me depressed. So I don't go and study, to be honest.
What do you
Studying
mean by
always make me
sometimes?
depressed,
Always.
and school and medical school tuition and them things. Yeah? Like that put a lot of stress on me and make me feel sad at times. However, you understand there is help, right? You can try to, as we say, cope by your methods, right? So everybody, the same thing won't work for you. As Nikki said, music might help her. It might be talking to a friend that helps you. It may be talking to your family that helps you. It may be going out. You understand? But if you're trying and you're seeing that these coping mechanisms are not helping, then it's time for you to seek professional help. And the university has free professional help. There are counselors by the health center. You can go around there, ask. There's an email address. I don't remember off the top of my head right now, but there we leave it in the description, right?
Right.
And you can contact them, and they can ask for your specific needs and assign you a particular counselor, and you can speak with them and have one-on-one session and discuss your issues with them.
Right. And as Amar says, a lot of times persons who are depressed, they don't want to seek help because they think they're a burden. So when somebody reach out to you and say, oh, I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling depressed, don't just look upon them as a depressed to what?
Right.
Depressed to what? Food to eat, or depressed. A lot of families and friends tend to say stuff like that. What you mean by depressed? You know how much people sick in a hospital, or you know how much people are dead daily. You alive and well. What you mean by you depressed? Do not try to say, oh, your trauma is not valid because somebody has it worse.
Right.
So that's not the best way to do it. If somebody tell you that they're feeling depressed or they have depression, if you can't help them, point them to help. You understand? And just let them know that they're worthy, they're valued and everything, because that can go a long way. A lot of persons just want one little something other say to just say, that's it and I don't want to be here anymore. And one little advice that you can give them can change all of that. At the end of the day, as I said, many students are depressed from the fact that they come to university, they have never failed a course before because they were stars in high school or stars in community college. But when they come to university and they start failing, they start looking about, oh, I'm letting down my parents, I'm letting down my family and everybody. All hopes is on me, all eyes is on me to do well. I am the role model here, and then you come here and you're failing, so you start feeling depressed, and you can't even say it to your family member because not all family members are this understanding. So the best
sometimes
thing,
I feel embarrassed too.
right?
I don't want to tell the parents, oh, mommy, I failed 3 courses.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I'm just happy that we generation of people, the Gen Z and what we call it, the Gen Z and millennials, we are the people that are saying mental health is important and we're going to be for mental health for our kids. A lot of Jamaican kids can't tell parents that they have mental issues. If they tell parents that, mommy, I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling depressed, you're not hungry, you're not dirty, roof over your head, right? Because a lot of Jamaican parents were not grown to understand this. But now that we understand this and we know this, I believe we're going to be way better parents. Not saying they weren't good parents, but saying we're going to be better parents because we understand the need, we understand how important mental health is, and we understand that it is just as important as physical health. So yeah, don't be afraid to seek help, and we're here. You can follow us on the D&Nmedicalseries on Instagram. Right, and reach out to us, and we'll always be here to talk. If you just want to talk about what is going on, it's like it has nothing to do with medical school. It
Yeah.
doesn't even have to do with anything with university. If you just want somebody to talk to, and there is no safe space for you, we're always here.
And like I know some people sometimes they want to talk about certain things, but you don't want persons to know who you are. You can always create an Instagram page and reach out to us. Yeah, so you can reach out to us anonymously and share your issues, and we'll respond because we're always on our Instagram page, and we're there to help others and educate others because a lot of people they don't know how to react to mental illness because they're ignorant about it. They just don't know. So if you could read something on it, educate yourself and stuff, you can check out our page. We post things on basically everything. Right? So there is something there um, for you guys.
We drop other help in our description box for the Ministry of Health, and you can reach out to these numbers. And mental health is your responsibility. Don't let anybody downplay your trauma, and we're here for you. The D&N Medical Series is here for you. All right.
Alright guys, so that's it for this video guys. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment on this video, share this video with a friend or your family members, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, see you soon. Bye.